Google, you can't hide.
Google, you can't hide.
We charge you with genocide.
We charge you with genocide.
No, Google, you can't hide.
Google, you can't hide.
You are funding genocide.
You are funding genocide.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Google firing 28 staffers who were involved with an anti-Israel sit-in. Now, I don't think it was just about Israel and being anti-Semitic or any kind of allegation like that. I don't think that's what it was. I think that they were getting in the way, the police had to get called, and they're messing the money up. When you interfere with a company's ability to make money, you got to go. Okay, you want to protest over there, have your little sit-in, your little powwow. Google, you can't hide. Sundar Pichai, you're not our guy. Whatever they're saying is okay. You could do that over there as long as you're not interfering with the money, as long as you're not really getting in the way. But as soon as you really get in the way, and it's like, okay, you guys are expendable. All right, before I get out of here, 28 Google employees have been fired. Now, we're going to get to a news clip. We also have some information directly from the people. The group is called No Tech for Apartheid. That's the name of the group. I'm going to show you what they say straight from their own mouth. Then we're going to get to a news clip that shows a little bit more. All right. So here is a caption that says, update, Google workers sit-ins in New York City, Sunnyvale are in their 7th hour. This was about 3 days ago, April 16th. Here are statements from workers still inside right now. Google workers will not allow business as usual while Google provides tech for Israel's genocide in Gaza. And to be clear, this is about a contract that Google has or had, I think has, current tense, present tense, with Israel. And they didn't want to be part of it, so they had to sit in. Let's check it out.
Sitting in today, and along with other Google workers who are taking action against genocide, I refuse to leave this building until this corporation drops Project Nimbus.
Google and Amazon's $1.2 billion contract with the Israeli government and military.
By having this contract directly with the IDF, Google is aiding in the genocide of the Palestinian people.
Our leaders will not stop. They will barrel forward recklessly no matter the human cost, so long as it turns a profit.
And I refuse for business to continue as usual.
We have the power to direct how our labor is used and to ensure it does not contribute to apartheid and genocide. So join us. As our movement continues to grow, they may try to silence us, but workers will only continue getting louder.
Now check it out. I understand you may have a moral imperative to be against whatever's going on with the IDF and Google. Okay, that's fine. But check it out. If you don't want your labor to be used for that purpose, you know what the solution is, right? You can go ahead and quit. If you're really about that, then go ahead and quit. Well, now most of you guys have been fired, so they made it easy for you. You're not part of it. That's totally fine. I get it. I respect your decision. But don't be part of it. Just quit. You can't have it both ways. If you really want to be protesting against the IDF, protesting against Israel, if you really want to be about that, the best way to go forward would be to simply not work for them. You know, that'd be what I do. If I'm at a place and I don't like how I'm being used, I don't like how the company is going forward, I'll just go ahead and leave them alone and do my own thing, work somewhere else where I feel like it's a better environment for me. Now let's get to a news clip here. This is going to be from Fox, and of course I will link to everything in the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll this.
There were some Google employees who are pro-Palestinian who had sit-ins in the boss's office for 10 hours. The guy who runs Google Cloud out on the West Coast and also in the offices here in New York City. Well,
so now you got to have the police come in. So when you do stuff like this, when you're sitting in the office and doing all the extra stuff, see now, you can't be doing that. Okay, you may have your opinion, you may have your viewpoint. Like I said, if you're really about that, just go ahead and quit and don't allow them to use your labor at all. That'd be what I do. Maybe that's just kind of a pie in the sky type of request to ask of these people, but I think that it's a legitimate request. If you don't like what's going on, go ahead and quit. But I digress.
Guy who runs Google Cloud out on the West Coast and also in the offices here in New York City. Well, eventually they called the cops and these people were carted off. I think these people did not realize that you do not have a First Amendment right when you are on private property. And Google wanted them to be working. And here's the headline today, and this is breaking news. 28 of them, part of this group, they were all fired. Terminated after there was an internal investigation. The company said, you can't do that.
No, it disrupts the office space, and the vice president of global...
And the main thing is, okay, check it out. If you are a worker, you should be working, right? So what are you calling yourself doing, sitting down, Indian style, having to sit in? It's like, look, okay, you want to work or no? You can have your protest. Look, I'm not for denying someone's First Amendment right. It doesn't matter if I agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. You guys could protest ABL or support ABL. That's totally fine. That's your right. But if you are working somewhere, okay, let's say you at McDonald's, right? You're supposed to be tossing them fries, tossing them plastic hamburgers in the bag, putting the toy in the Happy Meal box. You're not supposed to be on the ground, Indian style, with pigtails talking about, we're not going to go. Hey, ho, ho, Israel's got to go. Look, man, get on the fries or go over there. Matter of fact, if you want to have a protest outside of the place, okay, cool. Well, go ahead and clock out or I'll fire you, and then you go ahead and do your protest, right?
Security wrote in a memo that was leaked to the Post, said they took over office spaces, defaced our property, and physically impeded the work of other Googlers. Their behavior was unacceptable, extremely disruptive, and made coworkers feel threatened. We will not tolerate it.
Right. So that happened one of the places it happened was in New York. So they get fired. Who would think that protesting your boss would get you in trouble? Yeah. I had no idea. I have to look at the bylaws here. I wonder if I'm allowed to do that. Also, in terms of anti-Semitic, anti-Israeli attitudes, even though they claim assaults are down in New York, 60. They say anti-Semitism incidents have jumped 110% since the October 7th attack.
Well, I think that's really kind of irrelevant to what they're talking about. They're talking about some government stuff with the IDF and all of that. That's not the same thing as anti-Semitism. Just somebody, like, when you're talking about an anti-Semitic attack, that's just somebody getting attacked on the street because they are believed to be Jewish, or they might appear to be Jewish. That's not the same thing as saying, okay, your government sucks and I'm protesting against that. Not quite the same.
60% of the incidents reported in New York City are in New York City, right. But overall assaults are down 25%.
You know, I question if Google would do the right thing, so I have to applaud them for taking some type of action here. They said following the investigation, today we terminated the employment of 28 employees found to be involved. We will continue to investigate and take action.
But keep in mind, but Joe Biden's own staff was protesting him and his attitude. So they got to keep their job.
Keep in mind that these people are protesting Hamas going into Israel on October 7th. They're not in support of the Israelis on that attack. Also in Iran.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't care who you support. It don't even matter. Like, that's a point they got to make on Fox. But it doesn't matter, really, what side of the coin you're on. You could be in support of Israel. You could be in support of Hamas, Gaza, Palestine, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. That's your opinion, your viewpoint. You're free to have it, and you're free to protest for either side. But when you get in the way of company business, when you're on the clock, sitting down Indian style, not working, it's like, well, what are we doing? You going in the boss's office, impeding the progress of other employees. You're doing too much, and that's why you got fired. The whole anti-Semitism thing, that's just a little bit of media sensationalism, in my humble opinion. But that's pretty much that on that. I'll leave this video and, of course, everything else in the box. But, yeah, no tech for genocide. Okay, you have the right to protest, but you're on the clock, my man. Like, what do you – look, if it's me and I have employees that are supposed to be working, and rather than working, they're just protesting, it's like, okay, are you guys on the clock? Are you guys getting paid on my company dime? Go ahead and clock out. At best, I'm going to say, yo, go ahead and clock out, or you're not getting paid for the time you're protesting, at best. But when you start doing other stuff, getting in the way of other employees, occupying my office. It's like, look, okay, I have my office over here. I work real hard. I've been grinding, sacrificing, living like a monk for 20 years to get to this point. And you're in my office on my dime talking about, hey, ho, ho, Sundar Pichai got to go. Nah, y'all can go ahead and get fired right now. That'd be how I do it. I think that's what Google ultimately did. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think the right thing was done here to fire 28 of these people from the No Tech for Genocide group? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. Google did the right thing here, 100%. I don't care what you're protesting for. That's not even really important. I'm not here to be the moral police. I'm not here to be the, okay, get on that side or that side of a particular argument. That's not even really important. I don't care. I'm here to make money. I'm here to have my business go forward. And if you are impeding my business from going forward, then you can leave. It's just that simple. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.